Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome to another video. This one is going to be a backtesting session. It's specifically focused on how to backtest and collect data. So I will be going over the stats, how to read the stats within the trading software, the backtesting software. The software I'm using at the TradeZilla. You can also use the FX replay. I will leave the links in the description. We have this playbook I've created, which is the modded version of the T-Trades fractal model. It utilizes the idea of the MXM next day model, the market maker models, the swing point formations, etc. The rules within this playbook are similar to the flowchart. A confirmed daily bias, no second guessing, daily profile are established high of the day, feather price delivery, swing point formation on the hourly chart, and then change in the state of delivery and continuation order blocks. In the notes, I have dropped the flowchart picture, which I have shared with you guys in the last video. You can also view it right here. And I have started some backtesting within this. I'm trading the gold price section and the NQ price section from the 2023, which we will continue right here, and maybe later we will go over the gold one. So starting the backtesting session, here we have the price section. Overall is kind of consolidating. We have reached into these lows, and we have that MXM next day model formation. The Monday candle on the ES is taking the Friday's low, and it is creating SMT divergence on the NQ, which is making the Monday candle the second candle of the swing point, and the Tuesday was the continuation higher, and we will expect the Wednesday the continuation higher too. And let's check the economic calendar. Wednesday 15th of March, the 15th, we have the PPI, which is high impact news. We will see that. Now the time is 20, so we will skip into the Nivert session. And going into the Nivert session, we took the previous day high, and we are disrespecting the 50% of the previous day's range, which is not good. Either we will continue lower, or we will be having a large wick, kind of a reversal candle. So the bias for the day is bullish based on the swing point formation and the Monday's low, but we will see that on the lower time frame. But our first component, which is daily bias, is kind of unclear, so we will act kind of conservatively, dropping down to the 1 hour or a 4 hour. You can see that for reaching this high, we had a consolidation, manipulation, and expansion lower. And the ES is a bit weaker. It is closing below these lows. You can see the NQ is a bit stronger. So you'll see. So now going into the Nivert session, we will pull up the daily indicator, which is showing the daily candles on the right side. From the daily, we are expanding lower, creating the wick maybe, and we have kind of feather swing high of the day because this isn't a V-shaped recovery, it is a consolidation and manipulation type, and we have left a feather swing on the yes, kind of equal highs. Let's see what does the 830 and 932. I'm usually trading post 930. You have seen it in the flowchart. The 830 is kind of acting bearish. Let's see. And yeah, we have SMT divergence at this low, which isn't relevant. We have one here. So letting the 930 play out. Now the 930 is closing pretty bullishly. This is kind of that indecisive candle, so I let the 930 candle print. If it is going higher, we will trade the continuation order block. Let's go to the 5-minute. Now we'll put the 1-hour candles indicator. What is wrong with this shit? So here we have the change in the state of delivery and then expansion. Now we have opposing run. If we want to continue higher, we have taken this low. We want a closure above these consecutive series of down close candles. And we don't get that. We have a consolidation here. And again, we have taken this high. Now we want a closure above this. Now we do have a change in the state of delivery, but the thing is that it is very late into the candle. But since we have like a bunch of fair swing, this is like looking at trend line liquidity. A very clean drawn liquidity, this one. Let's go to the 3-minute. Yeah, it is looking good. Do we have any SMT? Nope. So this is the candle 2 of the swing point, candle 3 expansion, leaving a failure swing both on the ES and NQ. And now we are expecting the candle 5th to be expansion higher, 2, 3, 4, 5th, because the candle 3 was a consolidating candle. So entering on the next candle, my stop loss below the lows and targeting this high. Or we could drag our stop loss to the 50% of the wick. Now I'm not taking trades like this, but since it is like bunch of failure swing and a clear drawn liquidity, so let's hop in. I will enter with 1 contract risk because this is a B setup. I will show you the A plus setups later if we get one. We will enter here, my stop loss below that 50% of the wick and targeting 2R. Let's see if we get this. Now making this break even. Consolidation, and we have expanded higher. And this was like kind of a later market maker model within the fractal one. If you go to the 1 hour, we have SMT at this low, the second SMT, and then we have that candle 2 of the swing point, candle 3, candle 4th kind of consolidation, and candle 5th expansion because this was a failure swing to the previous candle. And I will now annotate this chart, so we will write B setup because the intermediate time frame were not clear and the lower time frames had a bad structure, so we will save this. So this is the lower probability setup because first we had a conflicting daily buys, secondly we had a large daily wick, so I will mark it as a B setup, and sometime in the real charts I'm not taking setup like that, but backtesting are for the learning purposes. So now going into the next day in the new session, here are the settings. I have selected the 8am. So going into the next new session on the daily chart. This is looking bullshit. We have ES acting bearish, which are the correlated assets, and NQ is acting bullish. And we have this high, which was our weekly target. The NQ could trade into that, but the ES is kind of discorrelating. And our bias is obviously bullish, but we will see the daily profile. If it is a dumb clear daily profile, then we will take the trade. If not, then we will stay away. Going into the 4-hour chart, from the start of the day, we are consolidating, leaving equal highs and fair swings on the ES. So now dropping down to the 1-hour. Do we have any high impact news? This is Thursday, 16th of March. We have 8:30 news, so waiting for the equities open or the news to give us a clear structure. And you can see that from the daily we are consolidating, leaving a feather swing and then trading in between the range. Now the 8 AM candle manipulated the low. Let's see what the 9:30 is doing. Manipulated this again. 9:30 closing kind of bullish. In circumstances like this, we will skip the reversal candle because we don't have established low of the day to trade away from. If we take example from some day where we have established low of the day and we are trading the continuation away, then we wouldn't care for the reversal or candle 2. But since we don't have a reversal, so we will print this candle to give us a clear insight, a lower time frame reversal, and then trading the continuation to the range high and this high on the daily chart. So skipping this candle completely. Now the 9:30 candle printed pretty bullishly, and also it is giving us that hourly change in the state of delivery, which is pretty good. Since this is a lower probability day, the ES is ranging in between the range high and this range low, but the NQ is pretty clear. We have a weekly low right here, then trading continuation away, and now we have open low, accumulation, manipulation, and distribution higher. So now dropping down to the 5-minute chart to look for that continuation order block. We are already expanding too much. This is that order block. Since we have like expanded too much, I can't enter here because my stop loss will be too wide, so I will wait for the continuation order block. Since we are expanding, we would expect the next candle to retrace, consolidate, or expand. Now we have opposing run. And here we have that continuation order block. The ES is kind of lagging, but we'll trust the NQ. Kind of closing above this candle. If you go to the 3-minute, we haven't closed yet. Now we have closed above this down close candle, manipulating the low, and we are already 30-minute into the candle, which is good. We have half an hour to expand higher. So entering on the next candle, my stop loss below the wick. Sorry. Is giving us a 2R at the daily high. So I will enter here. This is kind of A plus setup because if you can see the structure, we have a daily consolidation, manipulation, a clear candle 2 closure, and then a clear continuation order block, along with the filler swings on the daily highs. So this is A plus setup. So I will enter with 2 contracts here, putting my stop loss below the 50% of the wick and targeting that daily high. Now let's see. Consolidation, consolidation, expansion, and yeah, this was the trade setup. Now we will remove the triangles. We will go to the hourly chart and mark it as a A plus setup. We'll put the daily indicator on the right side. So we will mark it as a plus setup because we have like a clear daily profile, consolidation, 930 manipulation, change in the state of delivery, New York reversal, 10M continuation higher. So this is kind of an A plus setup. Although the ES is kind of discorrelating, but the NQ had a better structure and that daily target. So we will save this as a A plus setup. Now going into the price section, going back into the daily. Now this is the stage where we wait for another further price delivery. We have reached the high and we will go into the next day within the New York session. Now after reaching the high, is it a manipulation? Nope. It is a continuation, yes, because it is breaking out of this range with a large bullish candle and we have some failure swings above here which we can target. So the next day's bias is also bullish. We will mark the 50% of the previous day's range and we will expect an open low high close candle. Since on the Monday's low we are expecting a TGIF or trading back into the weekly range, but since we have failure swing and we haven't reached a target yet, not on the yes, we will expect a continuation higher. We will prefer that and we will see what the daily profile is providing us. So now dropping down into the 1 hour chart or 4 hour, and let's see what the economic calendar provides. This is 17th of March. We have 10M news, which is lower probability. So here on the 1 hour chart, you can see if you go to the 4 hour, consolidation from the daily open like the previous day. And on the ES, we have kind of a bearish structure, taking the previous day high, changing the state of delivery and continuing lower. But NQ is still conflicting with that. And we are ranging kind of. We will see the reaction of the 930 and 10M news. Now the 9M candle is opened. Let's wait for that 930 release. And yeah, we have that. Let's yeah. So after reaching the consolidation range low like the previous day, it is now closing above this down close candle and giving us a bullish structure. This is that 8M reversal candle, 930 closing above this. We are trading the candle at 3 and we have a lower time frame reversal established within this candle. The ES is weaker asset and the NQ is stronger. You can see from this bearish run. So now dropping down to the 5-minute chart. Now we have a consecutive series of down close candles. Excuse me. Sorry, we didn't had a. I have muted the mic. So we skipped that day because we had a seek and destroy condition. Sorry for the delay. And now moving into the next day, we have this bearish candle consolidation, taking it slow, closing inside the fair value gap. The ES is the weaker asset, and the NQ is the strongest. And we are having that kind of reversal wick, and we are targeting this high, dropping down to the 4 hour. You can see we had the 2M reversal. We are expecting the New York session 4 hour candle to expand higher. And we have failure swings. Then dropping down to the 1 hour. Here on the 1 hour chart, you can see that from the daily open, we are expanding lower, creating that wick at 4 a.m. in the London session, and now we are having that V-shaped recovery. So we are expecting bullish price action. We pull up the daily indicator, open low, high close, targeting that high. And obviously we will wait for the equities open, so skipping price action into that. Now the 8 a.m. candle was kind of expansion candle higher, but we will see what the 930 is doing. The 930 manipulated that once again, waiting for its closure. Now this is kind of very conflicting price section. The NQ is now acting bearish and the ES is acting bullish. This is like the worst price section, the 2023. We'll see what. This is not a weighted daily profile for me because we are ranging between that high and this low. We haven't taken the current day high or the previous day high or this low right here. We are ranging in between the 930 expanded lower, the 10M expanded higher. So we don't have that established high of the day or a clear daily profile to deal with. So I'm skipping this into the new day. Now going into the Tuesday's price section, you can see that we had Monday reversal, Tuesday continuation higher, bunch of failure swings, this high right here. So we are expecting that continuation day and dropping down to the 4-hour. We can see that we had from the weekly open, weekly low, then closure above these candles and a bullish structure. Now going into this day, we have SMT divergence kind of. We have do we have SMT? Nope, we don't have, but we have this reversal, like closure above the down close candle. Now we will expect this candle to respect 50% of the wick and go higher. And going into the new session, you can see that we were consolidating and we have Asia low of the day, and the forward chart will be even more clear. This indicator is kind of bugging. So on the 1-hour chart, this isn't a good established low of the day, but we do have that reversal in the previous day. So we will expect this day to continue higher, and obviously we will wait for the equities open. So the equities open expanded higher and didn't provide us a swing point. It may have on the 30-minute, but it was prior to the 930. So we don't have any swing point at the 930. I'm always expecting a next beta price delivery on the 930, like we had expansion. So I would expect a consolidation prior to the 930, followed by a manipulation and an expansion higher, or a retracement 930 and 10M expansion. So we don't get that. Now waiting for 10M to reaching this high and some high in the daily chart. This one we are now reversing lower. This is that counter trend trade you can take, like reaching the highs, reversing all of a sudden, and then trading continuation into 50% of the range. Let's see if we get this. Dropping down to the 5-minute, we have a change in the state of delivery. A continuation order block. Can we get one? Nope. We are consolidating, so this day is over for me. Our initial bias was those failure swings on the daily chart, a reversal day Monday, and Tuesday continuation higher. And I was expecting the 930 to give us a swing point or another failure price delivery. but after this consolidation candle expanded higher into the objectives and the 10M kind of reversed back inside. And if we measure the average daily range, we have kind of like 230 point and then 235. If we measure the current one, we have around 148 and it now expanding inside. So this day is over for me. We don't have that swing point to like utilize and get inside with distribution higher. So skipping into the next day's New Year session. Now going into the next day, which is Wednesday, 23rd of March. We have same bullish bias, Monday low, Tuesday expansion, and this is our drawn liquidity. And we are at the New Year session, and we have a large chart to deal with in a small wick, so we will expect kind of expansion candle. And the ES is also like near this high, so we will expect a continuation higher. The daily bias is bullish, now dropping down to the 4-hour. From the 18, we are going lower. We are inside this fair value gap. Do we have a reversal? Not yet. So skipping it to the 930. Let's see what. Now we have a swing point at the airtime and the 930. If it is expanding above this high or closing bullishly, then we will seek the 10M continuation entries. And now it has closed above the consecutive series of down close candles on the hourly chart, which is making this London low of the day, New Year continuation. And we have that swing point on the 8am, the 9am expanded, and now we'll expect a continuation order block on the 10am to get inside with the distribution higher. Dropping down to the 5-minute chart. This is a worst indicator on this platform, which is kind of bugging all the time. We have a reversal, change in the state of delivery. Then again on the 8am, closing above consecutive series of down close candles, continuation order block on the 930, propulsion block, and now we will expect a new order block. This is a pretty large one. Let's see. I cannot enter here because my stop will be too wide and the target would be too small, so I would wait for a limit entry at the 50% of this candle. This is the kind of technique I'm using for the 2-hour trades. Like if I'm aiming for the limit order at this order block, if the candle is expanding higher and creating a short wick, then it won't fill me, so I will enter the limit order here, my stop loss below the low, and we will see where the 2-hour gets. 2.5-hour, so here I will put my limit entry with 2 contracts because this is kind of a medium probability setup, not a high probability. Let's see. Limit is here. Why can't I drag this? And what just happened? Now we have tagged the limit entry, but I don't want to see that retracement. The execution is kind of bugging. I don't know what to do. Put our stop loss to break even because in expansion we don't want to see that much of retracement. Putting my stop loss below this order block. Continuation order block. And we get stopped out, leaving a further swing higher. So from this retracement, I was considering this as a low probability setup because in expansion, you want to see shallow retracement followed by expansion higher, but it tagged us in very late. I thought it would get me in on this candle. Yeah, this was a trade, a bad one, and the price left that feather swing, and now it is consolidating. So it was a high probability day. We had like London reversal profile, never continuation, but the 11M didn't get into that high and it retraced on us. So we'll probably skip into the next day. Skipping into the next day's newer session. Now we had Wednesday. Do we have some kind of news? Oh, what the fuck? We had Fed interest rate decision and Fed chair press conference on the 2:30, and I was trading the session prior. So let's see. Yeah, and 14M we had a large bearish expansion, so I didn't know about the economic calendar. And what was the Fed press conference? Let's see, going into the new day, we had after taking these highs on the NQ, we have that Wednesday 22nd March reversal lower. Now based on the candle closure, we are expecting this day to continue lower from the 50% of this wick, and same on the yes, and we have reached a relevant high on the daily time frame. So we will target the weekly low back, Monday low, Tuesday, Wednesday reversing back, midweek reversal profile, trading into the Monday's low. Now going into the 4-hour chart, we have a retracement from the 18 inside this fair value gap. If you go to the 1 hour, if the newer session is reversing lower, we will target the current day low. So waiting for that equities open. The daily bias is obviously bearish, and it will probably support the bearish daily profile. So waiting for that to happen. Do we have any news on this day? This is 23rd of March. We have we don't have any news. If we are getting a bearish daily profile, then we can get on side with the distribution lower based on this reversal day. And if we are getting a bullish kind of profile or invalidation, then we wouldn't trade. Waiting for the 930. It is consolidation. Now expecting the 930 to manipulate this and close inside. And I think it is not doing that. The 10M is our last resort for the reversal, so let's see. And now we have invalid daily profile. Like, we can't view this as a reversal candle because it is not taking the previous day low, which is making this a no wick candle, and we have a feather swing here. Go to the 4 hour. We are leaving this previous day low at a feather swing, so we wouldn't. This was like inverted daily profile, reversing from a feather swing and equal low, and same thing on the yes. Go to the daily chart. We are reversing from nowhere, not the previous day low. So this was the annual daily profile. I was expecting this equal low to get hit, 930 reversal lower, and continuation to the downside. So this was the annual profile. We won't trade this day. So skipping into the next day's newer session. Now we have some bearish structure. So midweek reversal, this day was bullish, now we have failure swing, the Thursday high and the Wednesday high, so the Friday candle would probably, this is lower probability condition, failure swing on the downside, failure swing on the upside, but the NQ, the ES does support some bearish price action. It is respecting the 50% of the previous candle, and this could be a reversal on the lower time frame. If you go to the daily, the 1 hour, we have a reversal Thursday, and now a continuation on the Friday. So it is more of a bearish bias, not based on the daily chart, but based on the 1 hour time frame structure. We are respecting the 50% of the change in the state of delivery, and we are also getting a reversal in the previous day, a continuation now. So this is a London reversal profile. We will expect a newer continuation, and we will see the next phase of price delivery with the equities open, either retracement or direct expansion. So waiting for, do we have any news? This is 24th of March. We have 8:30 news. I don't mind the news because I'm trading post 9:30, so the news and the expansion and the volatility are, all of the things are over until then. So I'm waiting for that 9:30 release. 9:35 now, retrace into this fair value gap, manipulating the highs. If this is closing completely bearish, then we will seek the 10 m continuation entries, and we will target these lows. Let's see. 9:45, 50, and now it is not supporting bearish ideas. We have left a failure swing, created SMT divergence with the yes. This is kind of an elevated daily profile because we were expecting bearish price action based on this wick, Wednesday high, midweek reversal. Let's see what the 10 m do. Ten m is taking the previous candle's high, creating SMT with the NQ. Going into the 5-minute, if we are getting a closure below these candles, this will be our change in the state of delivery, and then we will target lower. There has our SMT divergence. A consolidation and invalidation. You can see let me remove this indicator. Now after the 9:30 we are like created the wick higher, created the wick lower, now consolidating in between. So this is like lower probability daily confirmations and profile. Like we have established high of the day, but the further price delivery isn't clear. So this is that scenario from the flowchart. Do we have a daily bias? Yes, bearish. Do we have a daily profile and reversal? Are the pairs of price delivery clear? No, so we are not trading this. Skipping into the next day. So now we have the Monday's price action. We have failure swings to the downside, and the Monday candle is gapping up near the highs. We don't have a bias yet. If the current day is taking these highs, then we will seek bearish entries if it is going lower, but for now it is in between the Thursday's range, so we wouldn't touch the chart. This is like a large range price action, and we will not trade in the higher time frame consolidation. Going on to the next day, still inside that consolidation, still Now it is going for that high after Tuesday's candle. It's taking that feather swings and creating SMT divergence with a yes, I think yes. These are SMT, Tuesday reversal, Wednesday continuation higher, and now it is kind of breaking out of that range after taking these lows. So now we can seek a continuation entry to this high on the Thursday, dropping down to the 4-hour. It is a clear expansion, change in the state of delivery, weekly range reversal, now expansion higher from the 18, going into the 1-hour. We are having kind of Asian reversal profile. This isn't a clear, like we don't have a manipulation daily, but let's see. If we pull up the daily candle, we have daily open low, now going higher. This isn't an established low of the day for me because we have left this feather swing, plus we are not reaching into some point of interest. But if the 930 or the equities open is reacting bullishly or giving that retracement phase, then we can see continuation because our high time frame drawn liquidity is moving pretty quickly towards that. So waiting for the 830 or 930. Do we have any news? Thursday, 30th March. Nope, we don't have any news. Waiting for the 930. Candle. We had a retracement on the 830, but I didn't look into that. Fair value gap. Do we had a 930 continuation? Reversal, 930 retracement. This isn't a cleaner price section, but at 10 m reached into the high and now it is reversing back. So our bias was clearly right in our daily idea. Retracement at m, 930 expansion towards the objective, 10 m now reversing back, and we don't have that proper lower time frame structure. Change in the state of delivery. I'm trading post 930, and here we have the large series down, not reaching into any low, followed by clear above. So this wasn't a clear structure, and now we'll skip this day, which is Thursday. Let's see, going into the next day. This is a bullshit indicator. Now we have Friday with the Tuesday low, which is a classic expansion profile. After reaching the high, we're expecting a TGIF or visiting to the 75 or 50% of the weekly range on Friday to create the other end of that weekly candle. So dropping down to the 4-hour time frame, we pretty much have that reversal, a consolidation on the yes. So our bias is TGIF, trading back into the weekly range, and we will wait for that equities open or 830 to give us that narrative. This is 31st of March. We have core PC index, PPI, nope, PIM, and core PC index. Let's see. And now we have manipulated the daily high on the yes, and on the NQ we are creating SMT divergence. If we are getting that bearish candle, we can seek the 930 as a continuation lower. Now opening up the 9 AM candle. Do we have a change in state of delivery lower? No, we don't have, so we will wait for the 930 to give us some insight. and now it has invalidated the TGIF ITI and it is continuing higher. Let's see to the 4 hour. From the 18 we have created a new low of the day from this manipulation. Now going into the hourly at 30 reversal inside this order block, 930 expansion away from that, and it's the these are kind of days when you don't really have a bias, because with the Tuesday low we are expecting Friday to return back into the range, reaching the highs, but we are getting that continuation. So now we would trade with the trend. We are having that bullish daily profile and 930 expansion higher. Now if we are getting a 10 continuation higher, we'll get on side with that. Dropping down to the 5-minute. Now the 10M candle has opened up, taking the previous candle's high, which is a lower probability. But let's see. Now we are taking this low and we are consolidating on the yes and closing above this down close candle. Since we have taken this candle's high, I cannot trust this is an order block. Plus we have a consolidation on the yes, so we will wait a few candles more. Now again we have manipulated this high, which is not good. And now we have a clear bullish structure. ES is also closing above the candles. Do we get any continuation? Um, 11 AM continuation higher. What is the average daily range? We have 147 points. Average day spreading 180. We still have a room to trade. So I'm entering on the next candle with one contract because we have expanded too much, and we will target 2 hour. Entering with one contract. Stop loss below the order block low and targeting that 2 hour, and we will act very cautiously. Consolidation. Now going into break even. The daily range has expanded too much, so I'm acting kind of tough because you won't get that much of expansion higher. Putting my stop loss to this order block low. Continuation. We have another order block. Price is consolidating. I think this is it for the daily range. Maybe it will expand. Consolidation has expanded. It was 3 p.m. so I'm not trading past that windows. It was kind of a laggy delivery, but it did expand it higher. These are the kind of entries when you are changing your bias. We were expecting a TGIF, then we had a clear daily profile, New York reversal at the PPI, and then we had a 930 continuation, and then we traded the 11 MX expansion higher, which was kind of the candle's fifth, but we acted a bit up cautious. We trailed the stop loss too much, but I'm doing this on the days in which we are not expecting that much of expansion. So yeah, this was the. Now let's go into the dashboard. Hey, so here I am with the dashboard. We have completed kind of 2 week of backtesting session. These were the worst trades because the 2023 has a lot of bad price action. The daily chart was a total mess, And these are the stats. The net PNL is $31,000. The win rate is 68%. I'm not promising 80% or a higher win rate. My win rate and the real trades are 65 to 75%. And then we have a 2.52 average win loss. This is the risk to reward. I'm risking $641 on average and getting 1600. So this is good. Now this is the equity curve, which is steadily rising. This means we don't have that crash days and taking trade out of boredom. Then this is the Zilla score, 82%. This is the current month stats, which is for March. We have one break-even trade, and these were like the worst trades, 430 to 65, because we trailed the stop loss too early. And our trade frequency is also good, one trade per day, no tilt. Then if you go to the February, we have 2 losses, and the January we also have 2 losses, so the March was a good month. Now this is the real deal trade time performance. It is showing you in which time window you are getting good trades. I'm starting post 9:30. I had one loser at the 9:30, so I'm always trading post 9:30. 9:30 isn't good for me. Prior to that, I'm having losers. I'm having lots of winners between the 9:30 and 11 a.m. You can see the bunch of trades. Then we have like winners around 12. Then this is kind of a POMC or something at 13 or 14. But most of my winners came from the 9:30 to 11 a.m. This is the time window, or 9:30 to 12 p.m. This is the time window I will be utilizing. Now this is the trade duration performance, and which is showing you how long you are holding trades and how long you should hold it to be a winners. So these are the losers holding to 30 minutes. This is when your bias is wrong or the narrative. Now we have a lots of winner with a 2-hour time window. So when I'm holding until 2 hours to 6 hours, the trades which I'm holding like for 4 hours or 5 hours are getting a lots of winners. These are like high RR trades, or we enter at around 9 a.m. and then we are getting exit around 12 p.m. or 11 a.m. So these are the trades which is taking 2 hours and 6 minutes. At this time window, my trades are like more of the winners, and when I'm holding for less, then these are losers, or my narrative or bias is wrong. So this is the trade duration performance. These are the two specific thing. Many people ask me about the kill zone, so you could backtest from the 9:30 or 8:30, and you can read the stats here. If you are getting like winners in between the 9:30 to 12, then you should be trading post equities open. If you are getting winners earlier than 9:30, then you should trade from the 8:30 to 12. I am personally trading from 9:30 to 12 p.m. And now I will show you how I have collected screenshot from the trades and annotated them. I will show you the folder. So this is the folder in which I have saved all of my trades. I have annotated them, every one of them. I started this from like the beginning. I have multiple folders for the market maker model, 1 hour to 5 minute alignment, or 4 hour to 15 minute, or daily to 1 hour. So these are the trades. I will show you some of them, like I've annotated here. When it comes to the 9:30, I will trade posted. Previous days like bias, and we had a 9:30 reversal. This was like a bearish daily profile. We had a consolidation inside buyer days. These were like seek and destroy. Like if you are backtesting 20 trades a week and you are reviewing them on weekly basis, so this will help you visualize which setup you should take, what are the lower probability days when we are trading after inside bar days, what happens when the daily profile isn't clear, what happens to the trade, and you will see the patterns that will work for you. So it helped me a lot knowing high probability days, lower probability days, which days you should take more risk, so you can like filter all the things with these screenshot. After taking the trades, annotate them on the hourly chart and then save them in your folder and then review them later. And you can also like make an Excel sheet. Maybe I will drop that in the Discord. So this was the video on how to backtest and collect data. Hope you guys have learned something from this. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video, and see you in the next one.